That's amazing. Would you ever have a sugar baby, Greg, if you were 40 and single, and had the cash, and you could take him to brunch? Obviously, like I'm just
And brunch started at 3 p.m.
yeah, brunch started after 3 p.m.
I want to be able to have like adult conversations with the person that I'm seeing.
Oh, so you're saying they're just a bunch of skanks, is what you're saying? Yes,
I'm belittling just a whole category of people.
Well, my question to you is, and to both of you is a sugar baby closer to sex work or closer to dating?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Where does it lie? Does it lie right in the middle, or does it lean in a particular direction?
I think the sugar baby would have if that person is feeling intimate in that relationship, then it's a relationship. If it's purely if they're conceptualizing as I'm just doing this for money, then it's sex work. So I think it's more of their perspective.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
That's fair. In your scenario, was it more a relationship or was it more closer to sex work?
Probably closer to sex work, but there were some.
You're just stupid Johns, anyways, right?
Yeah, but it's not but it wasn't I was having sex with all of them.
You were going. They were taking you out to dinner.
Yeah, it's
shows,
sometimes it was literally they took me out to dinner, gave me 50 or 100 euros because I was in Madrid at the time.
Oh yeah.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
No sex involved, just going out to dinner.
Was your allowance per date or was it a weekly allowance?
It was just a per date because I didn't want to deal with the relationship end.
Yeah, fair enough. By the way, if you feel uncomfortable about this, we can cut it out later. By the way, just let me know. Great.
If my parents ever watch this, all of that was a lie.
Of course, this is a comedy. This is a comedy podcast.
And monetarily, yours is a good exchange rate too. That's probably 120 USD.
I'm worth it.
That's actually kind of low. For
a lovely time. I am delightful.
I think you could have gotten more. Let me go back to this question. This is fucking hilarious, by the way. So Greg, there's no amount of money that does 100 euros seem fair to take out a bright young lady like Emily out? What do you think? What do you think she should have charged them?
This is so weird. Emily, what would your ideal? That's fucked up. I'm not really.
You're speechless, my man.
Because I'm trying to form a coherent thought here.
Yeah.
I'm not without stepping on it. I don't. Maybe it's a certain hubris, but I don't think I would ever pay for a date. Just because at that point it's if the goal is to have a date and create some amount of intimacy, you should probably do that with somebody that you're not coercing into this via money.
Well, there's a lot of assumptions in this scenario.
That was the wrong word.
Well, it's the thing is, it's sometimes it's you just want to have a good date, and it's if you're paying someone to be charming and interested in what you're saying, you're gonna have
at a business meeting
good date,
or something. Is
you
that
know. If you're you know what, I just want to be able to talk about myself and not feel like an asshole. I thought of it therapy sessions, honestly.
Okay.
You try to talk a little bit into the mic or move your mic. Feel free to move your mic if you need to. Great.
This is scary.
Yeah.
Don't eat it.
Thank you. That's got to be a validating experience though, because then that person's taking you out because you're charismatic. They're paying you to have a personality. That's cool. How do you get into this gig?
You have to be pretty, and yeah, that's usually that's pretty much it. Pretty and under 25.
So I'm out. I can't.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the sugar mamas are looking for.
I could say I'm 25.
You could. I think you could pass.
Thanks.
Yeah. How old are you?
32.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it's close enough. Yeah.
What do you have in common with 24-year-olds?
I don't. Maybe they're an artist.
Literally a whole nother generation.
I was asking. I didn't get
Maybe they're an
lambasted.
artist.
Jesus
It's the
Christ.
best
You
answer.
said, "Is it bad?" And that was my response.
All right. Well, okay.
Who?
Leonardo DiCaprio. Didn't he do
Oh yeah, that's super fucked up.
that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he's a predator.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, dude, are you saying that 19-year-olds don't have agency?
I'm not saying they don't have agency. I'm saying their brain isn't fully developed.
That is factual.
That's
factual.
science.
That's factual.
How do you feel about calling a man daddy?
Absolutely not.
No. Not at all.
No.
What about dad?
A father.
What about papa?
Papa.
Would you date a man that has children already? And follow-up question, would you adopt a child?
No to the first question because I'm not signing up to be a parent at this time. So it's like just there would be tension in the relationship because I don't
Yeah.
want to be a parent at this time. And yes, I would adopt a child.
Okay, cool. It's interesting.
I feel like adopting a child feels better than having one of my own.
Yeah.
Like got some
Any
real-
races you wouldn't adopt?
wouldn't?
Yeah.
No.
Just
Did you say reasons or racist?
Racist? Are you a race? Are you a bigot?
Canadians.
Oh,
I don't want
okay.
that shit in my house.
Okay, now that I just thought of another
It's a
question.
joke. It's a joke, Canadians.
You better be careful.
What about when she says, when the first line is like, my kid is the most important thing in my life? You know, is that a deal breaker?
No, that to me, like,
That's rational.
like it should be. If it was like, my kid's like third or fourth, and my brain was like,
Is it like more of a? I feel like it's more of a red flag. They're like, "Fuck this kid."
I have a rule, right? Like, the kid has to be under 3 years old. You know, like
For you to want to date the person?
the single mom, yeah, because like I'm not just looking to bang them out. You know, like I'm not looking to just crack them open and clean them out. Like I ideally.
Wait, what?
there's so many pieces to this.
Yeah, seriously.
Ideally, right? Like, you know, like I'm at the stage where like I've dated plenty of people, right? Like, and it's more like, oh, if I'm gonna date somebody, I want to date somebody that has the potential of going somewhere. And I have found that it gets really messy with their significant other, right? And especially like as like you are dating them and the child, and it could be a selfish thing, but I think that there is a lot of friction that can happen when a child is older if you're dating a single mom.
I can see that. I mean, like, if you're dating a parent, like, seriously, it's like you're signing up to potentially also be a parent. So
Yeah. No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, right before the kid knows anybody that way, you don't want to be like, fuck you, Greg. You're not my fucking dad. You're just a guy that my fucking mom bangs. You know, like, you know, whereas if, you know, like, because I think the most of the child rearing happens early on. Like, that child really becomes who they're going to be. Like, the first 10 years is critical, you know, and if you're getting after 10, then you really, I don't know, how much of you are you actually able to impart or have, you know, as part of that connection or relationship, which, since it's the most important thing in the person that you're dating's life, you know, like, it's just going to be a point of friction, in my opinion.
So you're looking at this like if you were gonna stay in a relationship with this person for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't go
Greg's
into
just
any
trying to fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
there's like a medium balance to these things. Jesus.
well, like, this is the thing. Like, do I have am I gonna get upset if I have like a one night stand or I date somebody for a few weeks? No, but that's not the intention that I'm going into it.
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
You know, like, you know, if I just want to bang out women, I'll just get a sugar baby. I'm just kidding. By the way, that's a hack, ladies and gentlemen. Just, you know, just bang sugar babies if you just want to bang out women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a sugar relationship?
Not a relationship.
Okay, you wouldn't call it a relationship.
No.
What would you call it? A mutually
Well,
beneficial
actually,
relationship?
there was like a situation. I'm like, that's like so much work
Yeah.
that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
I swear, I've dated a man who was like 5'6".
I wasn't accusing you.
Just saying, I'm
I
open.
just, one of the girls.
Would you
said-
date a man as short as? I don't know how tall he is.
I'm literally.
That's
You
the shortest
could've
person I know.
ballparked
I will bleep
that
out the name. I will
instead of
bleep out the
putting
name.
identity. All right.
I'm like literally twice his size, so I'm like, that's not even like a man. That's like also I would not date a woman that small because I'm like I don't want to crush my significant other physically.
Longest since your last long-term relationship, and how long was it? And why do you think it didn't work out? Whichever one you can start.
I've only had one long-term relationship.
That's a red flag. Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm 28. I don't think that's a red flag.
Well, what do you mean? How long was this long-term relationship?
2 years.
Yeah, that's a red flag. Okay.
Should I book him for a show?
No. I mean, yes. You
No,
should.
it was a joke.
You can book him.
Is
for
he
a
a comic?
So
That's a yes. Yeah. How about you, Greg? What was your last longest-term relationship, and how long was it?
2 years from when I was 21 to 23.
red
That's a
flag.
red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way more of a red flag.
I know it wasn't. It was coming.
Yeah.
And we were into each other because I think we both found each other attractive, and we're like drunk all the time because we're in college.
Let me get my.
It is shocking to me sometimes hearing the things that other men say and do. Like,
Yeah.
just really half-assed that, didn't you, buddy?
This is the exact message. I'm thinking of cooking breakfast, but not sure if I should go for a sandwich or just a plate of eggs, bacon, and toast. What do you think I should do?
That is so specifically weird. Like, it's not even funny. And also, a sandwich isn't cooking. That's a red flag. If he says, I'm going to cook dinner and makes a sandwich.
Yeah. That's.
So did you say, what did you say?
I said nothing. I was like, no, thank you.
Should have said, like, quiche.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Another message. So I love to garden, and I love that you seem to be more dominant. Let's talk Ash. Let's talk Asheville. Also love the height. Winky face.
Love the hike? You have a
Yeah.
hiking picture in your profile?
No,
is it?
height. Like I'm
Oh,
tall
okay.
because
I love the implication of gardening being like a sub activity. You know? Like, I'm a gardener, and you're
How tall are
dominant.
you?
I'm like 5'10", I think.
Okay.
What?
You're taller than me, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How
I'm
tall do
like
you think you are?
5'9"-ish.
How tall do you think you are? I like how you put it.
I think that's an accurate figure.
Yeah,
Based on my
okay.
doctor, based on medical profession.
Good. I like that. I thought you were gonna be like, I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, I'm like 5'8" in the morning before my spine compresses. Then like 5'7" and a half. You know? Like,
Also, if someone was like a 25-year-old dating a 35-year-old, I'd have questions, but I wouldn't immediately be like predator. I just have questions.
okay, so it's a 10-year gap then. Okay, 40.
I feel like that's also another 10-year gap.
Yeah.
40-year-old dating a 25-year-old, I'm like
not a great look.
little predatory.
So if I'm 38, I'm dating a 25-year-old. That's predatory.
It depends. I mean, like, do you want to date a 25-year-old?
I don't know. Like I don't look at ages like that. Like I've dated,
Yeah, I mean that's true. Like,
but I would not limit.
if you
my
were,
pool.
if you, as my friend, you were like, I'm dating this 25-year-old, I'd be like, Arturo, what? I mean, like,
Or are there any things that you would say no to?
If there are references or pictures of brunch, it implies that I'm gonna have to wake up on a Saturday or a Sunday.
There's a lot of those
I don't
profiles.
want-
There's a
and then-
shitload of those profiles.
I know.
what
and
do
then
you have against brunch? Brunch is the best meal ever created.
It's expensive, and I can make it at home. Like, if
Okay,
I
so
want to
you're
get
broke.
drunk and eat eggs, I'll just do it in my kitchen.
Okay.
When I wake up at like 1 in the afternoon, I don't need to wake up at 10 so that I can go pretend to have.
Yay.
I'm yelling. I feel powerfully about having been drugged to brunch a few times.
So you're not willing to make the effort. Noted.
I will.
You're like, if you
give
go in
head
Dutch,
for
I'll
like
go to
an
brunch.
hour. I don't want to go to brunch at all. Don't let me go. Don't make me.
I like brunch. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, brunch is
That's
not
also
for right
that's
now.
fine.
It's
That's
too,
your preference. If you're not a brunch guy, then
Brunch food is unhealthy, but it's really more about the alcohol, in my
I
opinion.
want to be
right?
clear.
Isn't
I
that?
don't dislike brunch. I love brunch food.
Yeah, mimosas. You know.
I just
Okay,
don't
but
have to
what
travel for
is it? Is it like what time brunch starts? Is that an issue?
Yes, 100%.
Oh.
If brunch was like a 3 p.m. thing, sign me up. I'm there for it. But then we're just talking about lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with breakfast food is a
true.
must. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, brunch. And then any. This is probably any references to like Jesus or God is going to be a hard.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hard left path. You can be like the most gorgeous human being on
Yeah.
the face of the planet. But if you're like Jesus first, nope. I didn't
Yeah.
finish reading the rest of it.
What about?
Dress going on, and then like a. And you're like, oh god,
that was a good.
fucking,
Yeah.
I hate,
impression.
I hate it. I mean, you're
One
good
of these?
looking, but like,
Once again, based of looks alone.
like I would.
Because in this scenario, let's say they're
Yeah,
not
out
that. The
yourself,
profile
Greg.
matches whatever you want it to be. So based off looks alone.
Liberals, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
again,
okay.
like if you got like a neck tat, let's do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I used to feel that way as well.
Now, how do you feel?
I don't know. You know, if they were fucking conservative women, yeah, I think, in my experience, at least the profiles I see, yeah, the conservative women are just fucking sexier, in my opinion. But I didn't used to feel that way.
Okay. Okay.
And it maybe,
Okay.
and it could be because maybe, I'm getting older, I'm getting, my daily life, it's, in a very professional
You're
setting,
becoming more conservative.
Not at all. I don't. I don't believe in tribalism, or any isms like I think that actually similarly it allows you to suspend critical thinking just because it's easier to just pick this tribe, right? I think.
And I begged my parents to let me dye my hair black so that I could get frosted tips. And my mom said no. And I stood to this day, I'm like, thank God for
Yeah,
that.
she
Sylvia,
really-
shout out to you, Mom.
Yeah. As a mom, I would have been like, yeah, let's do it. I would have been like, you know what? Bullying is character building. Let's go for it.
I think she knew I was already getting the bullying a lot. And she was like, we don't need more. Like, they already call you Biscuit. That's too much.
They called you Biscuit?
Yeah, they did call me Biscuit.
Why did they call you Biscuit?
Okay. There's two versions. The story that I like to live with is that I used to laugh at particular phrasing, and for whatever reason, I thought the term biscuits and gravy was really funny, and I would go into like little laughing spasms. But it also like I was a chubby, pasty white kid, and so I think those two things kind of like coincided.
Wow. At least you weren't like doughboy. Pillsbury doughboy,
No, yeah, I think.
So Biscuit, you could have been worse.
And then people would call me that in like the hallway and in public. And I just leaned into it. I was like, that's cool. I got a nickname. And now I'm like, that was just, you're the butt of a joke right there, buddy.